Roll my dice and bring your friends. It's fun playing to pretend. DMs and what, so rest assured. Do your ass with judgment word. Oh no, it's a BK. Oh no, it's a BK. Oh no, to be dead, to BK. With a game not to know why. With a chest just made our guide. Losing time, spell slots. Molds unconscious. Can't slap and stand down. Acting just blue style. Roll that depth and screw it all. The secret dead guy. Roll my dice and bring your friends. It's fun playing to pretend. DMs and what, so rest assured. Do your ass with judgment word. Oh no, TPK. Oh no, TPK. Oh no, TPK, TPK.
Okay, welcome back to Tomb of Annihilation, Wildemount Edition. I'm your Dungeon Master, Hollow. This is my lovely cast. Lovely cast, say hello. We are deep in the Tomb of Annihilation, where we pick things up tonight, where we left off, and our buddy Sean is returning to us after being gone for a couple sessions. So we have some reinforcement joining the party after they got stuck in a bit of a situation in a series of challenging rooms towards the end of last session. But before we get to all that, let's make sure our player who was out for a couple sessions is fully updated. Most importantly, let's get you on the same page as everyone else. As the party where you left off with everyone, well, you last remember being in an office with that strange undead person, Withers, rummaging through paperwork at the desk, and the office was filled with severed hands dancing around the area like they're from the Addams family. And there's a cage, a bird cage with a bird tweeting, and the bird was just made of bones. And he had a conversation, things didn't go so well. You guys ended up just slaughtering everything in the room, and then rummaging through the desk and taking anything you could find. The group ended up moving into a room beyond the office, on the north side of the hall that led into the office. That was, well, it turned out to be a workshop, and there were a bunch of these tomb dwarves. They were working in this workshop on these golem-like apparatuses. There's sort of looked like an Iron Maiden that was birthing these things, these actual flesh golems. And one of them was being birthed at the time that you entered the room. There's another big battle. Party slaughtered everything, made their way down a set of steps, and found themselves in the Vault of Reflection. And it was there that the group was led through a series of different rooms, interesting traps, found some, long story short, without making anybody yawn or making anybody lost and losing your concentration, party ended up finding a shortcut down to a lower level where they found themselves deep in the chambers of horror. And it was after a gruesome battle with a zombie-like Tyrannosaurus Rex. The group found themselves moving through a series of small rooms, puzzle-like rooms where they did not figure out the puzzle in said room. That was it. It was over. So, kind of like one of those escape rooms in real life people go to for fun, right? Except for, no. it wasn't the fun type. So we picked things up where we last left off. All of a sudden, after figuring out the puzzle in the last room after the floor caved in, the group now finds themselves appearing somewhere else. It's a tomb. It's filled with warriors. They are stone-like warriors, but they have tile-like mosaics all about them, and they're kneeling in neat ranks around a polished wooden coffin in the center of it all. And between the warriors, there are four aisles scattered with broken pottery that lead up to the coffin, whose painted lid shows a leopard with serpents sprouting from its shoulders. And now you notice that, haha, how about that? Your old friend Peruk is now with you, who had gotten lost along the way. However, Unk's voice radiates within Rumbala's mind, distracting Rumbala from the fact that Peruk is beside you. The voice of the trickster snail god of ancient Omu suggests that you leave the tomb at once using one of the teleportation rooms. I've updated your browsers. I'll center everything for you. Right when the two of you begin exchanging words, all of the terracotta warriors kneeling before the coffin, there's got to be nearly 50 of them. They all stand up from their kneeling position and turn towards you, leveling their weapons as if daring you to make another sound. There is a ton of broken uh, tile work underfoot. Looks like the place is just covered in shrapnel underfoot. And even when when you move your booted feet, one of the nearby warriors makes a warning, silencing you. You get the idea that this isn't a library where you're just going to get shushed. Is there a verbal component to pass without a trace, or is it or okay? Well, it seems as if as long as you're not just whispering under your breath and you're not really moving, especially interfering with any of the broken tile work, just shattered throughout the area, the warriors don't move, and you're able to cast your spell. wave your hands around, kind of like a raver or something that's done too many drugs at the club. And then boom, your spell's cast. Correct. Roll perception check. Barar, you approach that rune on the northern wall there successfully. You see that it looks like a glyph upon the old limestone block floor, and there's a circle around the strange marking. It's probably rather large, about a couple feet in radius. And then let's see, perception check 8. From your perspective, a good distance across the room, you don't spot a lock upon the coffin. You just see that it looks like old, ancient style stone, almost like a sarcophagus, like you might see in a you know, ancient catacomb or something. Old religion check at disadvantage. Ah, man, eight's not your number tonight. I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can justify that 21 roll instead of the 8. For instance, let's talk really quickly, Goss. Uh, that that little buddy of yours, Arar, are you able to perceive through his senses yet? Okay, so with B sense up, you can. Okay, so you would be able to see the glyph on the floor that he found, right? So essentially, if Rimbalo were aware of what the glyph looked like, maybe the disadvantage religion check wouldn't play. It would be the first religion roll the 21 would play. Hmm. All right. So let's go with that. And, well, hey, good news, Rumbala. You recognize this as Shagambi's tomb. Shagambi was one of the great trickster gods of old, the ancient city of Omu, one of the 9 trickster gods that was laid waste to by, well, we don't want to get into ancient fables now. Yes, correct. Whatever happened to them, by the way? Are they okay? Yeah, hopefully, they're not in any tamales, right? Okay, so with that said, what's next? What do you want to do? It seems to be okay as long as you're relatively quiet. You're not moving around too much. And you have paths without a trace up, so that certainly helps. You have passed without a trace up still, right? Check it and drop it, and you should be good to go up to where you need to be. Okay. As you press forward and approach, it's like one of those Indiana Jones moments. This is not just any Indiana Jones moment. This is your Indiana Jones moment, Goss. All right, it's a low lit room. There are 50 ancient guardians in the room surrounding you in every direction, ready to pounce on you at any moment. Any wrong step, any potential sound or breath you make, and you approach the sarcophagus. You look at the coffin thing there, the ancient markings. It's all weathered. It looks like it's covered in dust and pieces of broken tileware. And looking over it, much closer now than from across the room previously, you were able to see clearly. No, there's no lock upon this thing at all. There's just one large lid to it all. Old hinges that they look sturdy enough. There are hinges on this thing. So it's like a coffin more than like a traditional sarcophagus. What is this stone? Going for it, huh? Okay. Like your style. Okay. Yep. Just remember to interrupt me when that action pops off based on your contingency. And you are able to lift that thing open just a little ways at first, and then go ahead and make your athletics or acrobatics check to see if you can complete the chore. Okay, that is you barely get it because you've got to lift that thing up and then over and down and then I mean it's this is by yourself. You're trying to be quiet about it. You have passed without a trace up, so you have that going for you. So 15. You barely get it done. It is nerve wracking to say the least. And you see within the coffin, as the dust clears in the darkness, your eyes adjust. There begins playing this music box music. Ding, 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 ding. See, in this empty coffin is this little music box that's popped open, and there's a tiny Burdick dancer spinning around in the music box. They're all hanging out. They have not reacted to the sound. Okay. And that should be out of range of your pest without a trace and all that. So, with that, the piece of tile shatters against the far wall. And then all of the enemies explode into action. And it doesn't look like they are about to play the the freeze tag game again. They are ready to end this quick. Everybody, roll initiative. Okay. Oh, hmm. There's a lot of them, but I rolled a 3, the lowest initiative on the totem pole. So you guys have plenty of time to act accordingly. Top of the round, Goss. You just got tellied back. What are you going to do now? Uh, yep. Saves. Everybody around him also takes 7 additional. All right. What does that look like theatrically? And it's a picture.
Fly through the air, striking everything near it.
And with that, the strike blasts true. The enemy gets rocked, and as you recoil from the hail of thorn casting, your conjuration leaves your fingertips smoking, And then any movement, anything else?
Nope, I'm gonna continue to sit over here in this corner.
Rook
I do
is.
have one question though.
Go ahead.
Which one's the real Peruk? There is two of them on the map.
Oh, there are.
Okay, let's go with the one up here. Rook, let's set up this token for you. What is your AC?
20.
20. Good to go.
All right. For fireball, do you measure only straight across, or do you permit diagonals?
I permit diagonally.
Okay. Then I will go like that, so I hit everybody that is not an ally. All right. That's a Dex 17, 34 damage on a fail. Be 17, 6, hold on, 17 on a success.
Hey. It's right in the middle of the room, right here. Pretty much.
Yes, sir.
And with that, a mighty blast rocks the area. The DM rolls a group initiative, not a group initiative, a group save, group dexterity save for all the Terracotta Warriors. Because I don't feel like rolling 40d20 or whatever it is. So I'm just rolling 1d20 group save for everyone. And they failed miserably. Okay? Max HP on them was 33. The
Ooh.
fire damage on failure was 34. So, okay. Massive fatality. I do not want to steal your thunder, Peruk. That this is an incredible kill. How do you want to do that?
So I kind of chuckled to myself because while I've been gone, I made myself a new little gizmo and yelled at everybody, cover your ears, and toss what looks almost like a grenade into the middle that detonates, sending out compressed gas that expands out the room for a half a second before it ignites. I've made a fuel air bomb.
And then out of nowhere, after that major blast, there is for some reason a secondary blast that rocks the area. Just as the terracotta warrior body parts are raining about the area in the fiery initial blast, the secondary blast seems to emanate from the coffin itself as well. Thankfully, there are no friendlies in the blast of the radius of the second explosion. Even a roar is still far away, off to the north.
All right, I don't think we need to be quiet anymore, guys. Now I see why people like playing casters. That's fun.
Oh, that's why they make the joke.
Alrighty.
Well, who wants to go dig around in the coffin, I guess? If anything's still alive inside of it. or functional.
These stars, are that just where they were, like they're just showing like the rubble, or is there like a something there?
Yeah, those stars are representing the Terracotta Warriors before they were exploded.
Okay.
Yeah, they had tokens plus the stars underneath them on the map, and the stars are hard coded.
I just want to make sure there weren't something interactable.
Yeah, can't mess with them. They're not really even there anymore, so it's just all rubble, like you see there in the avenues before they got exploded.
Was the music box the only thing in the coffin?
Well, that was yeah, because it's not there anymore. It said there's something there that wasn't there before. And I don't mean just a bunch of rubble. It said atop a pile of rubble, there is a gorgeous pile of glittering gold coins. Got to be a few hundred gold coins amongst the pieces of random tile. And upon the bed, it's just like this magnificent thing. You know, the coinage amongst the old decorative broken pieces of tile as this bedwork for this gleaming instrument, a mandolin glittering with a radiance as if it came from the heavens.
Does anyone play an instrument?
I do not believe I do. Mm-mm.
Well, we should probably bring it with us just in case. Who'd like to carry it?
I have a bag of holding.
Anybody got a mage hand? Balthazar, maybe?
Trying to trade. It can't be that dangerous if it's glowing. It's just an instrument. Athazar picks it up.
Okay. And as you reach for the instrument, 6 shadowy serpents slither out of the mandolin and coil around your arm. You hear a purring voice in your mind. I am not your enemy. And it's kind of creepy and weird, but it kind of like sounds more purry than that because I'm not some fancy voice actor. But you don't get anything more than actually a bit of a comforting vibe to it.
Do the snakes bite at me or anything?
No, they coil around your arm and like shadowy serpents and evaporate as your hand grasps the neck of the mandolin, and you've now taken possession of the instrument.
All right. A little sweat on his forehead could have been bad. Maybe
Well,
he won't reach for a glowing object again.
Test your luck a second time.
So I'm gonna put it in my bag of holding.
Get away with that one. All right.
is there any noticeable difference between the 3 apparent teleport runes?
Upon closer inspection, no, they all look identical.
No? Flip a coin, or what do you guys think?
Didn't Arar touch one?
No, he just flew over and looked at it.
Oh, okay. Are all 4 symbols different?
No, they're identical.
Yeah, they're all the same.
And Rambala can confirm they are symbols of Shigambi.
My D3 says we go east. All right, I put my money where my mouth is, and I step on the road.
Okay. With that, you're back outside in the hall from whence you came into the first escape room.
Nice.
Yep. And then Goss, you show up right outside of that first escape room. Karuk, as you know, you're back with everybody else. Arar, Athazar, obviously falling in behind the group, right? Unless you have any other party business in here.
Nope, I'm good.
Good to go? Okay. So with that, as move from there, I'm going to grab another beer real quick. So, hey, actually, why don't we just take our quick break right here? Since we're cutting scene, we might as well let's just take a quick break here for the session. Take a quick 10
Sounds good.
minutes, quick intermission. I couldn't think of a better time in the storyline to do so anyhow. So let's just make that happen
Right.
now. I'll see you all in a couple minutes, okay?
Alrighty.
User.
So,
Hello.
I think everybody's back.
All right, all right.
Oh, man. Those dabs make my eyes watery. Woo! Thanks for covering the goods tonight, gentlemen. Most appreciated. A little bit of hash and a little bit of yingling. So the fuel in my tank this evening. Take it. So, I'll tell you what. You guys have done great so far. I mean, you've made fantastic time since you've used the puzzle cube to even get into the Tomb of Annihilation from the get-go. I mean, there's some complications here and there, but for the most part, has anybody even had to make any death saves since you've been down here?
I don't think so.
Well,
I
not
don't remember.
not currently. Just Jinx does.
But, let's see what happens. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
That's ominous.
So here's the new
Holy
rules.
shit.
Here are the new rules going forward for the rest of the campaign. Since you've gotten this deep into the Tomb of Annihilation, without having to make any death saves, we're going to go into meat grinder mode for extra credit. Does anybody know what meat grinder mode is?
You've mentioned it before, but it's been a hot minute.
Death saves become more difficult each time, if I recall. Goes from a 10 to an 11 to a 12 or something.
Close. So
Uh,
death saves usually what? They're 10 to 20 or 11 to 20, something like that.
Mhm.
So in meat grinder mode, death saves are now 15 to 20.
He just wants a TPK. That's what he wants.
Oh no, it would really be a shame if somebody had Spare the Dying. Crap, I just painted a target on my back.
Making sure I spent the spell slot to have my death ward this day, so
You
might
did.
have
You
to.
did. You did do
Yeah,
that.
I did double check it. Yep. Is there anyone else who feels that they would be much more comfortable with a death ward?
I should be okay.
Maybe Thazar. I don't know if you got low hit points and you're worried about getting dropped quickly.
I think I'm good, actually.
Okay, sounds good then.
the map for everyone. My browser will work. Come on. May have to do a quick refresh before we get started. How's everyone's Roll20 working tonight?
Seems good.
Yep, haven't had any issues.
Yeah, there hasn't seemed to have been any extreme level downtime recently. It's been a couple months since I've been fucked with. But throughout the years, I've never once had to miss an entire session because of downtime. I mean, unless it was like local connectivity problem on my end with my ISP or something. Yeah, but from Roll20 outage specifically, never. Anyway, so the party now finds themselves back outside of the escape room entrance, and it is a cold, darkened hall grown with algae on the eastern wall. There is a blast of heat that are emanating forth from the 6 foot tall green devil faces carved there at the far end of the hallway. There's a set of steps that lead up, darkened set of stairs from whence the party originally showed up from. You probably remember that strange area with the crown and the trap and all of that. Anyway, uh, beyond this hall is an opened area. It's like a foyer area, and it is an area that is at the bottom of that grand central staircase that resonates throughout the tomb since you've got here, just the main artery of it all. And here at the bottom of the grand staircase, you see that there is a dark shaft that opens up in the middle of this chamber's floor. And there are 4 cylindrical stone pedestals that surround the shaft, each about 10 feet tall or so, 5 feet wide, and featuring a tiny slot in its side. Squatting atop each pedestal is a large 4-armed gargoyle. All statue like, but your senses of paranoia might make you think that the wrong move might make one of these things, if not all of them, come to life.
How many tombs is that, boys?
3?
Oof. 3 of 9. I think you guys did the wine one, right?
Yeah.
And then we did the teleport bodies room, and then we did this one, so that's the 3. I feel like maybe we've missed something. Should we circle back up?
Yeah.
Is this the 4th floor we've been on? Is that right?
This is the 4th, correct.
Can I begin looking around for any secret doors?
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, little perception check.
Perception or investigation? Took a little bit too big of a drag there.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I wasn't muted.
I'm jealous.
Did you want a perception or an investigation check?
Whatever's better for you. If you want to spend more time, go ahead and roll the investigation check. If you're really putting some elbow grease into it, you're not just looking around.
Yeah, I was searching and I get a better modifier, but 13's apparently all I got.
Well, you do notice that. Well, you don't notice any secret doors. You do notice that the pit in the floor leads out into darkness, and you hear the sounds of water emanating from deep within, just echoing up from the abyss. You also notice that each one of these pedestals is that each gargoyle rests upon. There are 4 pedestals. Each one of the pedestals is of a different color. Like there's a gold pedestal, a silver, a copper, and a platinum-like pedestal. And each pedestal has a large coin slot in it.
Alright. Have you guys done any of these pedestals yet? Like, have you guys found any of these coins?
I think we found any coins.
Sorry, was there a question there? I was reading something and I got sidetracked.
We're trying to remember if we found any of the coins, but I don't think we have.
Okay.
Do you think there's special coins? I mean, maybe we should just try a copper piece and a gold piece and so on.
Yeah, he did say that they were different colors, so I mean, let's give it a shot. Alright, so I guess we're gonna try that.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Lowest to highest.
Copper would be the lowest denomination. And if you're going to go with the lowest, then your copper piece would chink into the coin slot with the jingle, jingle jangle, and your jink is gone, and there is this dark glowing sensation that pops and bursts from the eyes of the gargoyle upon the pedestal. And as that dark burst of mysterious radiance dissipates, it seems as if you've sort of like deactivated, like dispelled something. There is a sense in the air, a vibe, an aura, a sensation of like a fizzling energy in the air. And as that energy fizzles, you'll uh, there's like a relief and a satisfaction, but you still sense some type of abjuration still in the air just before your spell fully fizzles, and then all is normal.
Well, that's a good sign. I guess continue.
Yep. So I guess we'll go over to the silver one.
Okay. Server one, you go for it. And hey, boom pow surprise, same sensation, except this time, by the end of the spell fizzling, the dark bursts of radiance, all that, you feel that just as the sensation of the spell fizzles, there's still an aura of abjuration in the air, but it's halfway diminished now.
Well, don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let's continue.
Next denomination?
Unless anybody else has got a different idea.
It sounds like we might be on the right track with this, so.
Okay. Well, so the next one would be the gold piece.
All right. So I guess we put it in.
That's what she said. That there is a burst of dark radiance, and you sense all of that foreboding sensation of the aberration in the air being almost fully died down to just one more bad foreboding sensation, like a dark force flowing through all things and emanating and centered forth on that one last pedestal, the platinum pedestal.
Have any platinum pieces?
I've got a lot of gold pieces. Can I just mark off the 11 gold for the 1 gold and the 1 platinum?
Yeah, try feeding it with 10 platinum and see what happens, or 10 gold pieces. Maybe it'll accept the equivalent.
Can I look around the room and see if maybe there's a piece of platinum hiding somewhere somebody might have dropped?
Really? Nobody has a platinum coin?
We've
I
done
don't
almost
even.
no shopping.
Yeah. I mean, you typically, anytime we found gold, you just told us how much gold we found. You never really broke it up into different denominations. So I actually don't even have anything marked off as far as copper or silver. So that's why I was saying
That's a shame.
I can mark off the equivalence of and just say that it was a platinum.
Oh. Well, if nobody has a platinum piece. Nobody has a platinum piece. You can try the equivalent of a platinum piece in gold. See if that works. What about you, Athazar? Do you not have a platinum piece?
I just checked. I do not.
No coiners. Right? You know the feeling.
I scour the room for a platinum piece.
Well, we can assume that old school rules take 10. Like, assuming you roll a 10 on your perception check, scour the room for extra coinage, maybe possibly littering some of the rubble and debris in the darker recesses of the room. And you don't find anything. Even if you spend extra time and assume you rolled a 20 on a d20, you still come up empty. You don't find a random piece of platinum just littering the area.
Didn't think I would, but it's worth a shot.
Well, anybody have any ideas other than just putting in the 10 gold and hope for the best?
Sure. What's the worst that can happen?
Horrible death and dismemberment.
I think that's what we all signed up for.
Touche.
Okay, so what'd you say? What's the final answer?
Yes, we're going to try putting in the equivalents.
10? Okay, 10
Yep.
gold. Throwing in the change. And with that, there is no sensation of abjurational relief in the air.
Well, we might have to circle back to this later then anyway. I get the feeling they're protecting this pit. Is that what you guys are gathering as well?
Yeah. Were there any other areas that we may have missed that you guys are aware of?
Oh, we were pretty thorough. Oh, um,
I mean, we can backtrace, look around, see if we can find anything, or just go for it.
we've gone for it several times, and it's pseudo worked out for us.
Alrighty. Gonna have my spirit mascot. Well, I should probably have the thing that can fly, right?
Oh,
Wanna
spirit
send a
mascot?
RAR down?
I I suppose it can. Your old Lorehold mascot.
Yeah, well, I was gonna have him jump down, but I was just thinking it might be better to have a RAR give it a shot if you're up to it. Otherwise, I'll just have him jump.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You send a roar down there. I think I'd still have B sense active. Should still be able to see through his eyes, I think. Let's see here. What's that? Yeah, concentration up to an hour, so I'll send a roar down. I can still see through his senses.
Okay. Off our goes. I will change things up on the map. However, I will make it so, hopefully, if all works according to plan, only Arar will see. Okay, and with that,
Oh, what the
Aurora flies
fuck?
down this chute in the floor, leads down a good 50 feet or so until uh, soon Aurora is somewhere else. What the fuck is right? Because it is certainly some. There's this
uh,
pungent stench that fills the pentagonal room, and the walls of which are covered with riveted sheets of iron. There is a wild garden full of sickly plants and rotting compost that takes up most of the interior, and a narrow path hugs the walls. Between a couple of exits, jutting from the middle of the garden is a 6 foot tall rusty sprinkler. And in the ceiling above, it's just right above the sprinkler. That's where the shaft is from whence you came.
okay. Uh, I'm relaying everything that Aurora can see to everybody. It's 50 feet down, you said. Can I have like how thick is this vegetative material on the ground?
Difficult terrain, thick.
Not save you from a 50-foot fall thick?
Right. It's like the underbrush is not like save you from a 50-foot fall thing. It's more like haven't mowed my lawn in 3 months thing.
Got it.
Grab another BR. I'll be right back.
This shit's crazy looking, guys.
Can he find any other means of descent? Does this appear to be our only way down?
All right, I'm back.
From what he can technically see right now, this would be the only way, but from what I can see, bird's eye, there might be another way. So can I have a RAR fly out through one of these openings?
Certainly. Which one? That one there?
Yeah. And
Okay.
how tall is everything? Like the ceiling, everything like that? Because
Uh,
I'm assuming none of this can be seen. None of these creatures.
well, well, you wouldn't see the soaking
Yeah.
here. Yeah, sure. But you would see certainly movement under the dark surface of something very large under the water there. And you would see crustaceans along the dark walls, just crab like little creatures walking around along the shells and the oyster work along the walls of the cave. And the ceiling themselves above the dark water got to be a good mm, good mm, cathedral like ceiling is a good 30 feet up or so, maybe. Hard to say.
All
Uh,
right.
you would see that there are these large cog like structures that these structures like larger like building like structures are atop of, and a couple of tunnel like bridges that lead forth from them across the water.
So Aurora's gonna be flying towards the top of the ceiling, just kind of flying around, getting a lay of the land, seeing what's going on, trying to see if there's any other way for us to get down to where he's at.
Worst case, I do have rope.
Doing a great job getting the lay of the land, the lay of the water. It's quite the mysterious area, to say the least.
Because I'm assuming all these walls are ceiling height, so we can't fly over top of anything.
Right.
I don't think Aurora can open that door to see where that goes.
Right.
I think he's got the dexterity for that.
Yeah, and I don't know why the lighting by default allows you to see. It might allow you to see through. It looks to me like you might be able to, but no, you shouldn't be able to open it.
I can't see through. I just see
Was that
the
right?
door
That's good.
there.
Okay, that's good to hear. Thank you
Yeah.
for verifying on your end.
I can see through these walls here. The cog pieces of land. I can see through those walls,
That's
but
strange.
not this one, nor any of the hallways. So
Yeah, I don't see any lighting for those walls on the lighting layer. Ugh.
all right. Well, Arar is going to fly his happy ass all the way back.
Okay. Taking the map back
All right.
to the
Well,
gargoyle chamber.
so guys, it's definitely a puzzle area down there in that hole. The chamber that we would land in, there's no real way out. There's only one thing to interact with, it looks like, in that room. So we can try to rappel down there, or we can try to find another way down.
By chance, did you see a loose platinum piece?
Aurora was not looking for platinum. I don't think Aurora would know what platinum was.
True. You barely know what
Yeah.
platinum is, so.
Yeah, Goss definitely cannot tell the difference between platinum and silver.
Yeah, you would probably only know that neither one of them tastes good.
Yeah. He only knows the difference between gold and silver because they're different colors. Well,
Well,
do we rappel down or try to see if we can find another way down?
fortune favors the bold. I will tie off the rope to
How long is your
one of
rope?
the 50 feet.
I'm gonna hand you my length of 50-foot rope and help you tie them together. Because 50-foot rope with a 50-foot drop plus anchor, you need more than 50 foot.
Fair. All right, so I do that.
Okay.
Alright,
that
with that tied off, I guess I'll go down.
That should be a big dark drop. I mean, it's not going to be exactly the most nerve calming experience. It's a marching order.
Goss and Arar will go down first, just because we already have an idea of what we're looking at down there.
I'll go somewhere in the middle.
Good.
I've got 2 Arars now, just so you know.
2 Rars. Okay.
You were not kidding. Good lord.
Yeah. Good times.
Okay, this time, however, when that chute in the ceiling entrance is breached into this overgrown area in the central cog, the underbrush explodes into action as these horrific creatures, these
Ooh.
it's like the weeds in the underbrush and the bushes have sprung to life like like uh like treants, like the bushes have come to life like treants. Like the
That is
plants
really cool.
have come to life and burst forward in the most violent way imaginable. Foliage raining about the area. They're, they look bestial in nature as they spring to life in a very humanoid
Yes,
almost
please.
form right at you. One by one, there are 3 of these things that are coming from you in each direction. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So we have a few of these things coming at you live from almost every direction here throughout the area. And you're going to have to think fast because they look like they're ready to bite your freaking head off, man. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how really cool that artwork is?
Yeah, that is good
Yeah.
artwork. Absolutely. Feed me.
Feed me, Seymour.
Yeah, see, they had like this monstrous humanoid form in that. They had these appendages and then like a large toothy maw, all just overgrown plant life that just always needs more. All its sentience knows. Okay. Okay. I didn't roll very well for initiative once again tonight. That's okay for you guys, so have fun with that. Also, once again, you roll in the turn order at the top of the round, so go ahead.
All right. We are going to start off with my Eldritch Cannon.
But actually, it's Goss who got the
Last time,
the
yeah.
hop on things last time. Yeah, okay.
So that is a Dex 17 for them. Otherwise, they take 15 fire damage.
Looks good, honey. Thank you. Sorry, Danny.
Which one is that at?